So I've been asking this of everyone I've been interviewing recently, and I would love to hear from both of you. What TV series would you love to guest star on?
Blacklist. Eddie, that's John Davis's show.
Is it? I would like to guest on Little Women of Atlanta. or Little Women of LA. No, actually, I would like to be a guest on my favorite show, Ridiculousness.
Really? Is that your favorite show?
I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but we watch Ridiculousness a lot. Ridiculousness is the perfect show. Ridiculousness is like a microcosm of the world. It's like, what's going on? What's going on in the world? It's like, this is what's happening. It's these little quick snippets. This is what's happening all around the world. People are falling off stuff and running into stuff and doing it. It's like yeah. I love Ridiculousness.
Hey, Stephen, every time I walked in his room, Ridiculousness was on. Even if it's just like music, even if he's not watching it, it's on in the background.
Well, first of all, that show airs on MTV 24/7. It doesn't stop.
It's always on. Yeah. It's always on. And what happens is you'll be trying to find something. It's like if you're trying to find something, there's nothing on, be like, hey, put on Ridiculous. I'll go looking for Ridiculousness too, but when there's nothing else on, it's always, you can always watch Ridiculous. And seeing someone run into a wall never gets old.
I've watched it a lot, and I could spend the whole interview talking about this, but jumping into the actual movie, the first movie, I think a lot of people don't realize, was the first time like an African royal family was put in a big Hollywood movie. It's one of the first Black romantic comedies.
It's the first movie with an all-Black cast in the history of Hollywood that was successful all around the world. All around the world, coming to America was a hit. And still to this day, in 2021, it's only a handful of movies that had an all-Black cast that's been successful all around the world. A handful, and you still have fingers left over.
Completely. And that's what I wanted to ask you guys about. What does the first film mean to both of you in terms of your careers and the social impact of the film?
It is truly the definition of a blessing. You know, in the sports world, it's like saying I played for the Lakers. It's just an incredible thing to be a part of.
Yeah, and it had like I said, it's the first movie with an all-Black cast that was successful all around the world. And of all of my movies, it's the only one that became like a cult, has like a cult following. You know, this movie is on television all the time. It's on the movie channels all the time. And on this Christmas, VH1 played it for 24 hours straight, back to back. And Halloween, they have like theme parties. Some people dress up as characters from the movie. And it's just, it's the only one of my movies that did that.
Curious for both of you, if you could have a spin-off movie about one of the other characters you play in the film, what would it be and why?
I would do a spinoff on Randy Watson, like a Randy Watson movie. There's a little spot that they did. Amazon did this really funny spot. Did you see it, Arsenio? With like Randy Watson, like a comeback concert. I was like, that looks like I'd go see that movie. It's like him in concert singing.
Very cool. There are a couple of those commercials. Amazon's doing an incredible job creating different ways of rolling this out, and I've seen mock commercials that are hilarious. You'll see them eventually.
And this movie was made, you know, when we made this movie for, you know, to be at the movie theaters with audiences and all that. Then the world fell apart. And it's a gift from above that we wound up at Amazon. And more people will see the movie now than if it would have came out in the movie theaters. Like more people will see it here, and the way all the stuff that they're doing and to get the awareness out there is everything worked out perfect.
Hey, Stephen, they called me and asked me if I would do a short film called A Day in the Life of Morris. And I think the idea came along a little too late, but it would have been a funny little documentary of Morris the barber.
I still think you need to do it, and I would watch it.
And so would I. I want to see that.
100%. I have to wrap already. I'm just going to say, really, it was a real thrill to talk to you both today about this film.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Cool. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, sir.